Valorant's new controller agent is set to be revealed in a little over a week, at the Grand Finals of Masters Madrid. In this video, I'll be covering everything we know so far about them, whether that's official stuff from the devs, teasers from social media, or lore in-game. For example, the new agent's name is Clove. I'll explain how we know that later on, but just so you know who I'm talking about and don't get confused, I'll be referring to the new agent as Clove throughout the video. The first ever teaser or piece of information we got about Clove was this player card in the episode 8 Act 1 Battle Pass called Chrysalis. These player cards often give us a rough idea of the color scheme of new agents, as well as some hints towards their abilities. For example, here's Deadlock's card, where you can see a player wrapped up in the cocoon of her ultimate, or here's Skye's card, which featured her flash. So with that in mind, once again turning our attention to this Chrysalis player card, we can obviously expect to see a lot of pink and purple in Clove's color scheme. Then this orb seems like it could be what Clove's smoke will look like in game. Then we come to the butterflies, specifically the one appearing out of the smoke, and we get this theme of re-emerging, tying into the word Chrysalis, and also possibly Clove's ability to self-revive, but I'll touch on that more later when we get to some of the new voice lines. Before that though, let me tell you about the sponsor of this video. Are you tired of losing your ranked games due to high ping or packet loss, often resulting in dying in frustrating ways? Well, Exit Lag could be the solution for you. Exit Lag is a performance optimization software that can not only lower your ping, but also boost your FPS to keep your gaming experience as smooth as possible. It works by using smart routing technology to choose the fastest possible connections and ensure less ping, packet loss, and overall lag. To get started, click on the Exit Lag link in the description, which will take you to their website. Once you're there, the sign up process is nice and easy. Then once you've made an account, you can download their clients. Once you have Exit Lag open on your PC, you'll see the massive amount of games that they support, including Valorant. Make sure to choose whatever server you plan to be playing on, and then just hit apply routes. Just like that, Exit Lag will be helping your data flow through the fastest routes available. If you want to try out Exit Lag, they are currently having an anniversary deal, where if you sign up for 2 months, you'll get an extra month free. On top of that, there's a chance to win 1 ROG Ally every week, and 50 Steam card vouchers of $100. So if you'd like to check out more about their app, you can go to the link in the description. Thanks again to Exit Lag for sponsoring this video. The next information that we got was from these 2 voicemails in-game from Cypher and Fade. Take a listen.
Brimstone, I found him. Omen is in Edinburgh. Seems he was after a journal of some kind, one that belonged to our dear friends at Hourglass. I have confirmation that there was a disturbance near the library, but we know who won. Wait, hold on. Omen's checking in now. He's met someone he says you'll want to meet. I did always want to go to Scotland.
Brimstone, the nightmare brings more visions. I see someone I've never seen before. Bright lights starting around a dim room, silenced gunfire, and hundreds of butterflies. This person, they're in danger. But the danger means nothing to them. Still, I worry. Cypher mentioned Edinburgh, no? I anticipate a connection. We should hurry.
So hearing from Cypher there was our first indication that Clove will be a Scottish agent. Meanwhile, Fade gives us a hint about some of their abilities. She talks about bright lights flashing around a dim room, which could potentially indicate that the new agent will have flashes. She also mentions hundreds of butterflies, which I imagine is related to the ultimate ability, and I can already see Clove forming a cocoon of some sort, then re-emerging with a self-revive ability and a flurry of butterflies. And yes, that self-revive ability is practically confirmed with a voice line in-game from Phoenix. We're not quite up to that yet in the timeline though, as the next thing we got about Clove was this video from the developers talking about a new frontline controller agent.
Hey all, I'm John Gasicki, here to talk about the next agent of 2024. Many of you get into game as a solo or duo player. Maybe some of you have amazing aim like TenZ.
I literally will just kill him.
But understand the strategic needs of the broader team comp, which leads you to playing a controller. And you end up sitting on the back line, providing utility for the rest of the team to make plays off of. You want to take on fights with them, but can't from the back. It was this conundrum that we thought about when creating Agent 25. Y'all are mischievous risk takers. Players who know how to play the map while always pursuing favorable fights. But when you jump into a Wii fray and inevitably lose some of those fights, you'll leave your team with no smokes and limited options. Some may call you daft for playing on the front line as a controller, but we think it will lead to beautiful moments. We look forward to seeing what you think of Agent 25 during the release later this month, when Dropping Smokes takes on a new life.
So obviously the key takeaway there is that Clove will be a controller agent that comfortably plays in the front line and fills a more aggressive role within the controller lineup. It also seems like it'll even benefit the team somehow or lead to new opportunities if you end up dying early on this agent. Another thing worth noting is the usage of phrases like daft and we fray in that video from the devs, further indicating that Clove will be Scottish. The line that closed out that video was definitely important too, when dropping smokes takes on a new life, so yeah, there's further confirmation of a self-revive ability. In this video was also the first time we got this image, where you can see Omen defending Clove in a library. He's holding the journal that he was seeking from Hourglass, so this is tying into that Cypher voicemail from earlier. Riot then posted this image on their socials as the next teaser for Clove, which is also featured in the startup screen for the new act. Shortly afterwards, some things started appearing in-game. Firstly, on Breed's bottom mid, there were butterflies appearing alongside what seemed like potentially records and posters. Also on Sunset Attack Spawn, you can find similar things in this clothing store. I'll try not to go off on too much of a tangent here, but one theory I've seen is that the new agent is potentially a music star of sorts. You have these things that look like advertisements popping up in record stores and clothing stores on different maps, as well as the fact that new music is playing at both of these locations in-game. Clove's codename is also Smoke Dancer, and sometimes these are very obvious hints about what the agent can do. Like Neon's codename was literally Sprinter, and her main ability is just to run faster. So there's a chance that the dancer part of this codename teases that Clove is some sort of huge pop star, and it would be interesting to see how a big personality like that would fit into the Valorant protocol. Getting back on track to what we know for sure though, in the latest patch with the butterflies and posters, we also got some voice lines from various agents referring to Clove. Take a listen.
I keep picturing our newest little troublemaker giving Hourglass the slip, leaving behind an empty body bag. Priceless.
Can I just say how much I love the new recruit? I know I like anyone that doesn't break my stuff, but come on. Their sense of fashion. Inspirational.
Hey fam, imagine when me and the new kid go on the same mission. Other team's gonna be stressing with both of us coming back to life.
My friends, good news. The new recruit is now combat ready. Even if they weren't, the radiant power certainly helps.
The most important one there is definitely Phoenix's, which is implying that Clove will be able to self-revive, much like he can. I'm also interested by Cypher's one, and whether or not we'll be able to see Clove leave behind an empty body bag in-game. It's actually pretty funny how we came to know that the new agent's name is Clove. This email in-game has Deadlock intentionally being vague and not giving away their identity, just saying things like, our new friends. However, if your game language is in German, the exact same email then reveals that Clove is the new controller. This was then confirmed by leakers, so yeah, Clove is Agent 25. Lastly, we have this little poem from Chaos, who previously did a similar post for Deadlock, which ended up being very accurate. The main takeaways I have here are the pink outfit, they'll probably have a mischievous personality, and maybe even a teleport ability of some sort, based on that vanishing line, and of course, Clove is Scottish and will be able to self-revive, like we were talking about earlier. Charles keeps referring to Clove as she, which is probably based on whatever look they got at Clove. However, I just think it's worth mentioning that every single reference to Clove from Riot so far has been they, even the agent's in-game voice lines. That could simply be so there's more mystery about Clove's identity, but some people are also saying they think Clove will be non-binary. So I figured it was worth mentioning that technically, Riot hasn't confirmed anything about Clove yet, whereas with previous agents, we've typically known earlier on that they're a guy or a girl by this point. So to summarize, Valorant's new agent is a controller named Clove. As a controller, Clove will fill a much more frontline role compared to the others, and is able to come back to life in some way, so dying early on won't be such a big deal. Clove is Scottish, and butterflies are an integral part of their theme, and they'll apparently be sporting a pink jacket in-game. That's everything we know so far about Clove in Valorant, but I'd love to hear any more thoughts or theories you guys have about what this new agent will be able to do.